What's the word, family? Hit that like button like Tyson. We about to dig deep into this. Yeah, members only. What's the word, family? Hit that like button like Tyson.
Hey man, check this out. Within the past week, 2 Chicago police officers have committed suicide. One of them committed suicide in his home. The other one committed suicide in the police locker room. Now, I found something that was very interesting to me, and it was this news report. And I just want to play this news report about the Chicago police officers that had been killing themselves, right? I want y'all to pay attention closely, because I have a feeling that they're trying to shift the blame where it don't belong. Now, let's go.
Police officers have taken their own lives since 2018. 2 of those tragic deaths came just last week, within days of each other, shaking the department to its core.
Tonight, in a WGN exclusive, Chicago Police Superintendent David Brown sits down with our Patrick Elwood to discuss his plans to tackle this growing problem. Patrick?
Ray and Micah, good evening to you. Death by suicide for first responders has been an all too common occurrence nationally and, of course, right here in Chicago. Today, the CPD superintendent telling us that prevention of such acts is now a top department priority like never before.
South side of the city, an 11-year-old girl is shot, caught in the middle of gang crossfire.
Right.
Less than a week later, an 11-year-old boy shot in the arm as he sat inside a relative's car.
No sense.
Tragic for the families involved and potentially overwhelming for first responders.
To every officer listening, I care about you. I care about your well-being and your families.
It is because of these incidents and many more that come regularly.
Wait. I have to stop them right there. 2 officers commit suicide in 1 week. Within 1 week. And it's because an 11-year-old girl got shot. That's still alive, right? And a young boy got shot. That I presume is still alive because they didn't say he was dead. But it's because of those situations. But let's go back just a little bit further. You see what they said? They said it's tragic for the family, but overwhelming for the officers. Wait a minute. Y'all mean to tell me these 2 officers was at the scene of both of those particular crimes? Because that's the direction y'all trying to lead us. Am I right or am I wrong? I could be wrong because I always presume things because I be out there just trying to watch my own back at all times. So I'm always presuming somebody could be a threat, this, that, the other. I'm almost like an officer because I'm watching people left and right, and I'm trying to stay aware so I can stay alive. But this disrespectful to those kids' family, that they would put those kids in this particular story. Why would you put this 11-year-old girl, like I said, they didn't mention that the officers was there at that scene, but we're going to keep going and find out more. I definitely find this disrespectful to the families of those victims. It was overwhelming for the officers, but it was tragic for the family. And many more situations of people being killed that the officers don't know, it's just tragic to them. But we know these people in the Black community. Let's keep going.
Regularly on the job.
And we really want to have a frank conversation about officer suicides.
That today, CPD Superintendent David Brown announcing a new department initiative designed to improve officer wellness.
There's such a stigma to even talk about officer wellness and officer health.
CPD and the Chicago-based National Alliance on Mental Illness, or NAMI for short, are teaming up to stop the pain that has led to deadly consequences for police and tragedy for their families. Last Friday, officers gathered 38-year-old Jeffrey Troglia, a 15-year veteran, died by suicide in his Mount Greenwood home. Only days before, Officer James Daly, he died by suicide as well in a locker room inside the district's police station on the north side. They are the 10th and 11th officers to commit suicide since 2018. 31 cops have taken their own lives nationwide since January 1st. Alexa James is the CEO.
All right, let's stop that right there. 10th and 11 officers that took their lives. Were they under investigation? That's what I want to know. How many charges did these guys have on? I mean, because if you want to link that in with the kids getting shot in the streets, tell me why we're not talking about first responders as far as paramedics. Why are the paramedics staying alive? They got to pick these kids' bodies off of the streets, right? Why aren't the people that work for the medical examiner, why are they still alive? They got to take these bullets out of the kids. Cops just got to be there, and they get to see a body, but they cover the body up with a white sheet, don't they? Now, the medical examiner actually has to open up the cavities, the body cavities of these people, these young children. He got to open up the chest and take the heart out. Why are we not talking about medical examiners committing suicide? Why are we talking about police officers? Compared to a medical examiner, when it comes to dead bodies, what you doing is nothing. What you doing is just like what I'm doing, watching it on the news or seeing it with my own eyes in the community. That's exactly what you doing. Where's the mental health for everybody if that's the case? I see what it is, man. They want to throw money into the police department because y'all say defund the police, take away guns. Okay, well, we'll take away this, but we're going to add money to this. You know what I'm saying? And it'll still be in a fund for the police for overtime and all that type of stuff. Because what they saying just don't add up to me, man. Does it add up to you? 2 kids get murdered in a week that you don't know. 2 of y'all kill yourselves in a week. Was y'all even there? No, they wasn't there. I can almost guarantee you these 2 particular officers that they talking about was not at the scene of now one of those crimes. Not to say that they haven't been at crime scenes that was horrendous. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is these officers, I believe they were under investigation by the FBI, and they knew they were going down in the police station, in a locker room. Why would you do that? Don't make sense, right? You just don't want to go out on the streets? No, it was something more. I can guarantee you these officers that killed themselves were criminals. They criminals, right? So I'm going to stop that right there because this is nonsense. I see what they're trying to feed us. I see what they're trying to do. They're trying to use the black community as a scapegoat. They're trying to use the black community as a scapegoat so that they can say our officers need more resources, as if they don't have enough. They got people, they got great health care benefits being a police officer. They got a police psychiatrist that's in each station or at the station. All you got to do is say you want to go there. Oh, you might get fired. You know what I'm saying? You might get fired for what you revealed to the psychiatrist. But guess what? She's there. You got to be honest with them, and you got to be honest with yourself. Now, I doubt very highly that these police officers murdered themselves because of what's going on in the black community. They don't give 2 shits about what's going on in the black community. If I can see people die and see brains on the ground and all of that type of shit and don't kill myself, they're trying to go through situations like this. They're trying to run in a burning building and come out with bodies. They're trying to kill somebody, if possible. We're not trained for that type of stuff, and we have to live with it. Y'all tell me what y'all think about this story in the comment section, because it just don't add up. Why would y'all put this little girl and a little boy back on the news to prove a point about 2 officers killing themselves in a week? Didn't y'all say that happened within a week? Goddamn. those officers must have been like Action Jackson type officers. They was at every crime scene. Because how would you be over here on the north side and on the south side? It just don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're an officer, you got all the resources you do got, you can always ask for a transfer if things are being overwhelming. That's what they said. It's overwhelming for the officer. If things are overwhelming, you can always ask for a transfer, go someplace where it's nice and quiet. Work the shift where all you doing is pulling people over, giving them tickets. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you're going to come across some crime scenes. I'm going to come across some crime scenes. When I was a flagger, one time, there was an accident on the highway. I was a flagger. I hopped out and tried to help direct traffic. We also seen a guy that was laying on the ground with his leg fucking tore off his body. One of my homeboys took off his belt, wrapped it around his leg until paramedics arrived, man. That shit was horrific. Why I'm not thinking about killing myself over that? I saw a guy with his leg tore off. Come on, man. My peoples die all the time. Why I'm not thinking about killing myself for that? I'm thinking about bills. I want to hurt myself over these fucking bills. If anything, you know what I'm saying? Anything else, I had a choice to move on. Just like these officers do. They have the choice to move on. They don't have to be an officer. It's not like you're being drafted. You're not being forced to be a police officer. One of the best jobs in America, I might add. Easily, you can become a detective. Easily, you can be promoted to a sergeant. And you just live your life beautifully. A motherfucker push you. You say, he pushed me. My shoulder hurt. I got to go to the doctor. You know what I'm saying? Take off for a month. Furlough. You have to tackle somebody in a takedown. You can say, I hurt my hip when I took him down. Knowing your shit ain't hurting at all. You know what I'm saying? Police got one of the best jobs in America. And they steady want to use the black community as the scapegoat. That's the saddest part about it. Y'all keep holding down and oppress people, and y'all using black people to even do it. Come on, man. Ain't no way in hell these officers have PTSD because of what happens to other people. Nah, they're under federal investigation. All 18 of those officers, or 11 of those officers that killed themselves since 2011, I can almost guarantee was under federal investigation. And they can't go to jail because they were so fucking crooked. They won't be able to last a day behind bars. But they would, but they think they can't. So it's better to kill themselves. Tell the truth. If a police officer kills himself, he gets buried by the city. 1,000 officers come out. Like they say, this guy got a standing ovation because he killed himself. He's going to have a top-notch funeral. Everybody's going to be there. He's going to get donations to take care of his family in the tens of thousands to millions. It's just like, when you think about it, what they say, Aaron Hernandez killed himself for, right? Think about it. They said that Aaron Hernandez killed himself before he went to trial so that his family can get his football benefits. White people think like that, man. They'll kill themselves in a minute so that they people can get some money. You know what I'm saying? I don't know too many black people that'll kill themselves for somebody else to get rich. But at the same time, it could happen. But Aaron Hernandez, they use that all the time, that the reason he killed himself so his family can get money. He even left a note. He even left a note saying, bitch, now you finally can get what you deserve, right? Something like that. He said something like that. Now you finally getting your money. You know what I'm saying? Because he killed himself in a suicide note. Where was those officers' suicide note? You think they didn't leave none? All 11 of them. Nobody left a note. Oh, it's just the community. Nobody left a note saying, I know I'm under investigation. The feds on my ass. Nobody left a note. Come on, man. Y'all covering up. It's a police cover-up. You know what I'm saying? They not going to let y'all know that all these officers killing themselves are under federal investigation. Now, tell me what y'all feel about this particular story in the comment section.